Yo guys, and welcome to my review of episode 36 of Yu-Gi-Oh! Go Rush. The kind of duel between Yuamu and the Yeti Yukio obviously, became scripted and it's weird, but yeah, overall, pretty good episode. I think they handled the whole thing of it actually being an uninteresting manga fairly well. It isn't just, oh, it's literally boring and that's it. They added a bit of an element to it and explained that, since the Lug has this negative energy, that's why it's causing it. It's not just it being an uninteresting manga, it's a combination of Lug's antimatter, or his negative energy. So again, I thought they handled it well. Is it my favorite solution? No, they could have not done that, but I'll take it. It's not horrible. As for the duel, I actually thought it was really funny. It's probably the funniest duel we've had. No, maybe the Yuhi and Asaka one, that was great, but I like how just through the duel they started getting more and more obvious about what the plan was, and Luke just didn't understand it. At one point, I think the trap that Yukio activated was like the manga that was so boring I never wanted to read it again. I love that, and Luke just couldn't figure it out. I thought that was very funny. And I have to commend Gorash for this. These last two, throwaway villains, I really like. In a lot of other shows you have, and actually in the last show, the nail subordinates, those being Araya Rata and Schrodinger, they dueled like once, and they were just both very uninteresting characters. Geta and Ushiro were cool, but again, they only dueled once and they did nothing with them again, so that was lame. But these two I really like, and they do remind me of Geta and Ushiro because when those two appeared, I really liked them. I wanted to see more of them. They didn't give us that, so I hope we get more of Yukio and Mokeida and Bembe, because yeah, I think they're doing well with these villains in quotation, because we know they're probably gonna just be good at the end, because that's what Sevens and Go Rush do best, I guess. One thing I also want to point out, we still don't know who the last, like, hooded subordinate is, right? The guy that keeps saying P at the end of every sentence for some reason. That guy, we still don't know who that is. We might not even find out, it could just be some random grunt. But yeah, just something to keep in mind. But now we get into the end of the episode. I'm very interested to find out why exactly Yugioh did what he did, right? It seemed like everything was going to calm down and the tournament could continue in a normal way. But no, Yugioh interfered. He told Luke that his manga is shit, and Luke got very mad. The question is now, what are going to be the consequences of this, right? It seems like he's removing any kind of media, right? Because it wasn't just like the Mr. Universe manga that was removed, there was also like the Manya posters and the Mig posters, so that were in like Chupataro's apartment. So very interested to see what exactly that was, and again, to know what Yugioh's purpose is, right? Because he he definitely has to have some kind of ulterior goal. If he doesn't, then I mean, that's just weird. But I'm sure there's something with him that they're going to reveal soon. And I want to make another bold prediction, like I did in last week's episode review, uh, where I said that I think Yugioh will appear by the end of the arc. Uh, Now, this entire arc, my predictions have been horribly wrong. I was the person who said that maximums are probably in the case, and that didn't happen. And there was a few other things. I remember I said that I thought Manabu was going to win against Neanderstar. Again, that didn't happen. But and I don't exactly expect this to be true, but I'm gonna throw it out there. Because ever since we got the summary for next week's episode, I've seen so many people bash on Yuhi, saying, okay, this is obvious, wow, Yugioh won against both twins without the duel actually happening at all. And I kind of got a flashback of a certain duel in 7th where the exact same thing happened. And the duel I'm talking about is Nail Gakuto, where no one had faith in Gakuto whatsoever. Not even Gakuto had faith in himself, that's why we got the horrible Gaku thing, and I hope Yuki doesn't get to that point, but I feel like this could end up being a draw in the end. We haven't had one in Go Rush, and it's another way of giving, not having Yugioh win, but also not ruining his reputation, right? The same way that he let Udius beat him, then he beat Yuamu fully, and if you give Yuhi in the same way you gave Gakuto his draw, right, where Gakuto actually activated a trap that could cause that draw, you do the same thing with Yuhi here. Again, I'm not super confident about this, but I think it would be cool, especially for Yuhi's character, who this last arc and a half has been really good. In the first arc he really just was put down a lot, and I think this would be a great moment for his character if they do it, right? It was also kind of a turning point for Gakuto's character in 7, so I hope they do it. Will they? I feel like they won't, but there was just something that I felt could happen. Again, I was reminded of that Gakuto Nail duel because of the lack of belief in Yuhi by the entire community, so again, I don't know if they will do it, but I would actually kind of like to see it. But tell me your guys' thoughts in the comments. Are you disappointed by the whole manga reveal? And do you think Yuhi has any chance of not losing next week or not? And I guess I'll see you guys next week.